First impression comes from outfits, lasting impression comes from scents. I just made that up, I don't. But the point makes sense, especially in social settings. You can wear the most expensive, trendy items that might catch people's eyes, but if their noses catch your gym sweat and marinated bacteria, people will remember that. A wise man once said, "You can do 10 good things, but people will forget because you do one bad thing." Hygiene is important. I'll even go further and say that it's more important than your outfits. If you don't think so, then let's test this. You meet two new people. One wears suit and tie, but you can smell something sour. Is it his sweat? You shake his hand and notice his long, unkept nails piercing the skin of your palm. He talks and you smell his morning breath, and you look at his hair and it looks so greasy. Then you meet the second guy. He's wearing a graphic t-shirt and a pair of jeans that doesn't fit him, not even the bare minimum clothing wise. He greets you with a smile and you can smell his minty fresh breath. You talk to him and you notice that the guy smells pretty nice. Makes you wanna ask what fragrance he's wearing. And between these two people, which one would you like to hang out with? I personally prefer to hang out with the second person, the one who smells nice and who I assume to be someone who takes care of himself, even though his outfit might say otherwise. Hygiene reflects your character. Okay, probably not that far. Hygiene reflects your respect towards yourself and the people you meet. The latter is just a personal opinion because you wouldn't want to leave a bad impression on the people you love and respect, would you? Anyway, there's a reason why we try to figure out what colors fit our skin tone, which size fit our measurement, what materials are comfortable, keep us warm, or keep us cool. Fashion revolves around the person because fashion highlights the fashionist, not the other way around. Likewise, your ideal hygiene routine revolves around you. What are you allergic to? What type of skin do you have? What type of hair do you have? And of course, what's your daily routine? If you have oily skin, you'll need a different routine than someone with dry skin. And if you work indoors, you'll need different products than someone who works outside more, and etc. There's a recent trend called skin fasting that I personally think has a good intention, that is stopping the overconsumption of skincare products. However, some people took to the extreme, stopping all skincare routine. No face washing, no sunscreen, no moisturizer, and that led to fungal infections on their face. Regardless of what you think about it, is it really fungal infection or just their skin healing from all the chemicals? It wouldn't hurt to have your skin's basic needs fulfilled. And the most basic skincare routine that most people need regardless of skin type and habits, I'd say are body soap, face wash, moisturizer, and sunscreen. For your hair, I think a decent shampoo is enough. I don't use hair styling products other than rosemary oil, but that's just my personal need. If you got facial hair and shave pretty often, shaving cream is essential. Depending on your skin type and condition, you can add other skincare and hair care products, but don't go overboard and pay attention to what you need. And that's why it should come from respect, not trends, not frugality. If you don't think that hygiene is important, and you believe that human bodies will figure themselves out, learn from nature. Cats lick their fur and their bumhole. Birds take baths. Wild animals lick their offspring and groom their fur because if they don't, parasites live on their fur and feathers, and even in their bodies. Nature figured out that they need to clean themselves, and skincare products are how humans figuring that out. Yes, overconsumption is a problem, but that's on us to not buy things in excess. Other than the products you put on you, you should also clean your room at least once a week to keep the dust off your skin and lungs. Mop the floor, wipe your walls, declutter your closet and workspace, change your bed sheets, and drink enough water. And I guess that's the bare minimum. But yeah, taking care of yourself should be the top priority before even thinking about your closet. I say this because hygiene affects us, our well-being, and fashion should complement it, not cover. Hygiene is beyond trends. It's never not important, ever. And also, a little extra tip, invest into a bit of fragrances. Get 2 or 3 fragrances, like something fresh and sweet for casual occasions, one spiced and warm for formal, and you should get one that you just love for the special events. It's optional, but it's like the you fragrance, your personal scent. With fragrance, you don't have to worry about brands or price. Unlike fashion culture that hates fake products, for good reasons by the way, fragrance culture is very open to the concept of fakes, or dupes as they call it. There's no shame in wearing dupes that's a fraction of the original's price but smells very similar. In fact, a lot of fragheads or fragrance collectors would actually recommend dupes over the originals because it's a smart choice. It's cheaper, sometimes better performance, and you get more in the bottle. They're just better values. I personally have 6 fragrances, all of which are cheap and have decent performance even compared to expensive fragrances. You can get as many or as little fragrances as you like, but I recommend 2 fragrances minimum. Side note, always find fragrances that you like. Don't just buy something because it fits the occasion or because someone says it smells good. Pick fragrances if you like the smell, and it's okay to not like certain scents. There are so many scents that exist in the world, you'll eventually find the scents for you. I feel like hygiene is not much talked about in the fashion scene. I get that they are different, but I think hygiene is very beneficial for your style. There are studies about how scents affect our brain. I think I'll make a different video on this, but in short, certain smells can activate certain parts of our brain, and others deactivate different parts. That's why even if the first person dressed decently, his sour smell made you perceive him differently. And even if the second guy was underdressed, his pleasant smell made you like him better. You wouldn't think that he's a serial killer who took his victims' clothes and perfumes. Well, anyway, that's my personal opinion. Tell me yours in the comments. Do you agree or disagree? Leave a like, subscribe, take care of yourself, and drink enough water.